Hi, my name is Janice Bewley, formerly Janice Bell, and I'd like to speak to you today about the epidemic of domestic violence in the United States today. The United States Department of Justice reports 960,000 incidents of domestic violence every year in the United States. And in 1998, a survey of women's health says approximately 3 million women are physically abused by their spouse or domestic partner. That translates into approximately 10 million children every year who are exposed to domestic violence. And in this presentation, I want to impress upon you the epidemic of domestic violence in the United States today, the residual effects of domestic violence for children, and then also the opportunities in prevention and helping those affected by domestic violence. The statistics are astronomical about the dangers of domestic violence in the United States today. A 2003 report by the Bureau of Justice reports that every day in the United States, 3 women and 1 man is murdered by their spouse or intimate partner. The cost of intimate partner violence in the United States exceeds $5.8 billion per year, with $4.1 billion going to providing health services and $1.8 billion going to loss of productivity in work, which actually translates to 32,000 full-time jobs per year. Strauss, Giles, and Smith in 1990 reported that 50% of the men that abuse their spouse or intimate partner, their wife, also abuse their children. Dr. Leonard Schengold, a clinical professor at New York University Medical School, suggests that childhood trauma of a domestic violence can also affect the soul, not only the body and the mind. And he calls it soul murder. The Child Welfare Information System states that children who have been exposed to domestic violence actually show behavioral, social, or emotional problems at school and at home. This can translate into anxiety, anger, disobedience, depression, fear, withdrawal, aggression. All of those items can be caused by just seeing domestic violence in the home. Secondarily, exposure to domestic violence can lead to such things as poor attendance in school, low self-esteem, and the lack of necessary skills for conflict resolution or problem solving. And unfortunately, unless these problems are resolved in childhood, then it can continue on into adulthood, causing depression, tolerance for domestic violence, and use of domestic violence themselves. The first opportunity to assist in prevention is to get involved. If you suspect domestic violence, let the victim know that you care and that you see what is happening. Lack of interest was displayed on June 10th, 2013, when celebrity chef Nigella Lawson was choked publicly in a restaurant by her husband, Charles Saatchi, and no one came to her assistance. Saatchi accepted a warning from the police for common assault, which did make the matter of public record, even though Lawson did not file a complaint. So secondarily, how can one differentiate between discipline and child abuse? Dr. Phil says that if you see someone shaking a child, or if you see them using a clenched fist while striking a child, or if you see them taking out their anger and aggressions and their emotions on a child, that you need to get involved. You need to stop what's going on and you need to say something. Finally, October is the National Domestic Violence Awareness Month for the United States. And in summary, since domestic violence has reached epidemic proportions in the United States, there are many long-term effects on children witnessing or experiencing domestic violence, and you can help by getting involved at least in October, which is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I implore all of you to make a commitment to take action at least once a year. You can volunteer your time, you can donate, or you can donate a cell phone, an old cell phone, or just contact the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence. But the most important thing that you can do on a day-to-day basis to fight domestic violence is to say something if you see something. Thank you.